Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. This will be an update for the Enterprise D build. It's been a while since the last update. It's been some changes made to the server. Heller has been going through the server cleaning up a lot of the older ships and half-finished projects and removing them from the server to help the server have better resource allocations, I believe. I don't know. Didn't ask her. But I assume that's probably what she's doing it for. Anyways, Deck 8 has been completed. Well, not completed, but completed-ish, and is now back in the ship. Let's go down here and take a real quick look at it. By the way, the ship is now, if we zoom out from the map here, is just down now from, or actually right behind where the Enterprise NX work is. So it's been moved up quite a bit north, I believe, towards the spawn area. So yeah, so now you know where she's located at. You can see from the aerial map I'm working currently on Deck 9. We did do a lot of revision work on Deck 9. I can show you here real quick. This right here is not in the plans. Heller and I wanted to have a way to connect the impulse engine bays together. So this was our way of doing it. So these power shunts here will come out of here, go down this, and right along this power line here it also feeds to the center shunts, or whatever you want to call them. I did, originally this was actually up here. I moved it down. This is all batteries, going to be emergency batteries, and I wanted a little bit more room up in here for these areas up here. This is an engineering lab and crew quarters. These are hollow suites, or the machinery for hollow suites. These are actual hollow suites. These are labs. All through here, these will probably be crew quarters, and then all of this through here, these will probably be labs as well. And all of this up through here, this up through here will be crew quarters. This will be a mix of crew quarters and observation lounges. But these are all really related to the egg here, stellar cartography, cosmology, or whatever. I know there's a difference between cosmology and cosmology, so you know, what can I tell you? I don't know I know the difference. One's for cosmetics, and the other one's, you know, related to studying the stars and stuff. But anyways, take a look down here. You can see that Deck 8's in. This is all of Deck 8 above us. Yeah, that was kind of a bear. That took a really long time to do. When Em decided to clean up the server and stuff, I asked her to take the Enterprise off the server for a while, so put it onto like a private work server, and I could continue work on it while she was cleaning up the main server. And what happened is, when I did the mirror Deck 8, for some reason yet to be defined, it just decided it did not want anything to do with that. It just corrupted the save game, the world, the map. So Em had to reconstitute it once, and I, you know, just doing a basic copy paste, crashed it again. So it was down for about a week while Em finished cleaning up the main server and was able to get her on here. But then we were able to rapidly get Deck 8 done. Go ahead and grab my compass. See if we can safely, navigate through here. Anyways, this is the, well, we got close. Oops, glad we saw that. We'll get that off. There we go. Industrial EPS Power Relay and Distribution Center systems. Well, this is all that is. You know, this is a lot of EPS stuff through here. I didn't half slab the roof because I think Em wants to come back through and add some more machinery lines and stuff like that. I just kept it really basic, you know, EPS related stuff. I don't know if she will or not, but if we ever decide to fill it in, we can just pull this section out and put it back in when we're done with it. These are batteries. What does this say? Yeah, this is just reminding people what this is. But yeah, this is part of it, and had a heck of a time. I'm going to have to go through every turbo lift in the ship. Errant block. Every turbolift in the ship in order to make sure that they're all connected correctly. Because I tell you, there are a lot of areas that give me hell. Turbolifts are one of them. So if we come through here, we get rid of these now. I was doing some mirroring from over here to fix some column issues. That was also another major setback for Deck 8, as well as the decks above it from 5 through 8 have to be, 5 through 7 now have to be pulled back out of the ship, and large sections of them have to be stripped and recolumned, because I got some help from a builder who was assisting me placing columns, and I'm not sure how it happened, but the columns ended up being one column off in one direction, and then on the next deck behind it, I'll call them off on the other direction, or next quarter behind it, I'll call them off in the other direction. So they basically were just, for me, for my HD80, or whatever you call it, my attention deficit disorder, they have to be perfect, or else it'll drive me nuts. It's not a priority issue, and unless you really know what to look for, you're not going to find them anywhere. But I found them while columning out deck 8 and trying to mirror it to deck 9, and things just didn't want to line up. So I ended up spending about a week refiguring deck 7 and, or excuse me, deck 8 and deck 9 before the ship got pulled off the server. And I tell you, it's going to be a bear to do those other decks because it's a large section, and they've been mirrored to port and to aft on both sides, and they can't be pulled out. I think I can mirror the front to the side and the back to the back, so I only have to do half the ship. But it's just, I got to manually do it and then come back and manually do it because, yeah, it's a real pain. So if you happen to look at the Dynamap and you see all those blocks above us, that's because that's what I'm doing. Anyways, as you can see, there's still quite a little bit of things on deck 8 here that have to be sorted and fixed. And got a lot of signs in here. This is a fusion reactor. One of our many fusion reactors that'll be on the build. So I got to find a room to put those down on the other deck. Oh, it's not connected here, so derp derp derp. Got this all connected. Probably have to do this on the port side as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter if these connect like this because, yeah, it just sort of, they all feed into the same system. So, but yeah, I've got to come through here, got to put in the rest of the machinery and stuff like that, things like that. Most of this will be like small relays and probably some batteries and stuff like that. Just generalized stuff. But I'll worry about that later. My main concern is to get the basic part of the ship built and then to worry about everything else later on. See, what I'm doing is when I get into the turbo lifts, I got to make sure that they're, you know, they're supposed to have connectors, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes they do. I found a few where I'd go along here and it's like, why is there a roof here? This means this really needs to be a turbo lift, and I click it. Sure enough, there's a turbo lift above it, and got it all shunted to come down, and then it's like, here is one of the examples. It's like, huh? And I had these above it. I was like, what the hell? Oh, here we go. But yeah, deck 8's been one of those decks. I'm gonna pull your hair out. See, it does definitely feed down into deck 9 here. Of course, we're not using this deck 9. The new deck 9's above us. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. Same thing with all this. This will all be set up for deck 9. And once deck 9's imported, all this will be changed out to the correct block. But deck 8's pretty damned big. I will say that. Deck 9's bigger, and deck 10's the same size as deck 9. So we're down to the hell decks, deck 9 and deck 10. And so far so good on those. But I tell you, if deck 8 proved, I think the major setback for deck 8 was the column issue. Otherwise it would have been done about a week and a half ago. But this is an engineering lab. Here's another engineering lab right here. I have no idea what the engineering labs look like. I assume it'd probably be like little teeny reactors and things like that, similar to what I did up there. Oh, I don't know. Don't know. Anyways, if you look through here, you can see it looks pretty good. You get a really strong feel for being on the Enterprise, and you know, I gotta tell you, I didn't think we'd make it this far. I mean, here it is, November 15th, halfway through November. Damn. And we're only on deck, really just starting deck 9. And, you know, granted we lost a month at the beginning of the year for a reset for the build itself. But it's been a very long process, very long indeed. And you see how much further down we gotta go, all the way down there. But all the way up through here has been done, or done-ish, just to say. It's sort of kind of done-ish. Danish? No. But yeah, we're getting there. Got a room, have no idea, probably an office related to the quartermaster for the deck, and stairwells. Oops, does this stairwell actually? Yes, it does. Good. And, you know, come through here. But yep. Huh. Very interesting. finding things all the time on this. That means I have to go over to the port side and do the same thing on the port side. Ugh. Remember, fix on port side. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Criminy. See, just doing a tour to show off Deck 8, I'm finding things wrong with Deck 8. Gotta love that. Just gotta love it. But yeah, I'll come back through off camera and off recording and do all this, because technically I'm not on, well, I don't know. Is it on a camera or is it not on a camera? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, got another lab here. It has never been set up. These are just basics, you know, like beaker type labs and things like that. So yeah. Yeah. Working our way down here to the other arboretum. Should be labeled. Oh yeah, this is for the holosuite. This holosuite machinery right here. Holosuite stuffs. Let me put a sign up here real quick before somebody comes through and labels it life support or some BS. Yeah, I know my spelling sucks. What can I tell you? I'm an American. Come through here. There's the arboretum with the dragon heads. It's all the way up, little oval-ish. Go this way. More labs. That's the one thing. You go tour the old Enterprise D and then you tour this one. At least you can get around this one. I tell you, the other one, sometimes you come along to a corridor and it gets down to 1 block thick and then it goes back to 3 blocks. And boy, I tell you, I could do an entire video on just probably an hour of everything that's wrong with the original build. And I'm sure somebody will come through and eventually do an hour-long video on everything that's wrong with this build. But, you know, see? See what I mean? Just got to keep going through here and finding these things. Gosh darn, I'm about to watch this video and just go back and do all this stuff on the port side too. Son of a gun. Make sure there are no other ones floating around in here. Really, I need to be working on Deck 9. I'm going back through here fixing stuff on Deck 8. But I'll have some of the guys come through here and they'll address all the stuff here with Deck 8 stuff. They will fix it for me. Ah, crud. There we go. Well, come back, yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely be spending some time going back through and fixing all this stuff on Deck 8. On the port side. Port side. I was watching, shout out to Minecraft Tracky and a couple of those guys there. Forgive me, I deal with so many people on a day-to-day basis that I often forget names and things like that. But I'll have a link to their videos to their channels in the description below. Check them out. They did a live stream a couple of days ago that was interesting to watch. Yeah, at least their live streams after a bit started to smooth out quite a bit, and you could actually watch what they were doing in real time. Mine, I've tried to do a couple of live streams ish, and yeah, I don't know, it just really is difficult for me to push video upstream. You know, even though I've got a bonded internet, I'm finding it very difficult. This is a crew quarters. I gotta convert all this to gray. I don't like the white floors for crew quarters, but yeah, I'm finding it, even with a bonded internet, it's very difficult to push video upstream. It has to do with the way that a lot of internet companies want to, I guess, parse or throttle stuff. And I found that recently my company, CenturyLink, they want me to go to a higher speed. I'm at 7 megabits per second now, which is, I started out at 1.5 megabits, and it was fine. I could watch Netflix and all that other stuff, no problem. Play Minecraft, watch Netflix, watch YouTube videos, run 3 computers off the same connection. Then all of a sudden, hey, you can get faster speeds, you need to get faster speeds. Well, no, I'm happy with the speeds I've got. And then they're like, well, no, you need faster speeds. So what happened is my 1.5 megabits per second got so bad that I couldn't even play Minecraft on it. Literally, couldn't. I mean, I even tried to play Tribes, which used to be played on dial-up on the old Tribes Open server, and I couldn't even log in because I had such horrible pings. That right there told me that they were playing games. They wanted me to go to a faster speed. Well, finally I got a hold of a salesman that says, yeah, we'll grandfather you in for the 7 megabits per second speed at your price you're currently paying, which was $29 a month. Okay. And $29 rapidly became $56 with all the taxes, fees, additional charges, and things like that that CenturyLink likes to tack on the back end. You know, the internet recovery fee. What the fuck is that? And I got charged every month. Was being charged like $3 for 3 separate versions of the internet recovery fee. Finally, I got sick and tired of it, and I filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office, and they were like, yeah, you know, this is kind of BS. So they ended up refunding me a lot of money, and I just kept the 7 megabits for a long time until I decided to go to the bonded internet. And the reason I went to the bonded is I wanted the higher upload speeds. So I lost my my monthly deal with for well, I guess I finally stabled out at $43 a month for the old internet that I had. And lo and behold, uh, now they want me to go up to 20 megabytes per second, or megabits per second, and all of a sudden my 7 megabits, I cannot, if my nephew logs in on my other computer and tries to play a simple, just regular, like a little Steam game he has, like Pong or something, it kills my internet. I cannot do anything. Can't watch videos, can't upload. Well, definitely, I can upload because the upload speeds aren't affected, but I can't download videos from YouTube. I can't do anything. Sure as hell can't play like Star Trek Online because, yeah, it just doesn't want to work. And I tell you, it's really, really frustrating. And again, they're just, well, you really should go to that faster speed. Why? So you guys can screw me again and start taxing me? I haven't even paid for the upgrades yet that I've gotten now. I can only imagine how much it'd be if I went and decided to upgrade again within a month to a faster speed. So I got stuck with the current speed I have, and I'm just going to have to deal with it for a while until I get things sorted out, and damn it. And, can stabilize the internet so that I know what I'm paying per month, and then I can start budgeting for it, and then I can look at possibly get up there, look at increasing my speeds. Anyways, here's deck 9, and I've been going through here working on these areas here. I'm going to leave these open for M to label what kind of labs these are, because the chart that I have for things that go on this deck state a lot of labs, a lot of sciencey, physics, cosmology, cosmology, screw it, I don't know, astrophysics, all kinds of labs. I haven't even put these in yet. I got to build these labs as well. And of course, these are classrooms with offices and things like that behind them. These are stellar cartography. These are very similar, in fact, they're direct rip-offs from the Enterprise E and from Voyager. I think these were designed by iPanic and Mad Squirrel. But I've got room, 2 of them per side, so 4 total going in. And if we come up here, and I think it's the entrance is over here, we've got little mini stellar cartography or astronomy labs. So quite a few labs on this ship, to be honest with you. Not really sure why that's that way. Why is that way? That's odd. Anyways, come through here. That took a little bit of, if I turn off Gamma Bright, you can see it's still lit up in here pretty nicely, so it gives it a moody look. Quite a few of them. And then you got like a little closet here for like, I can't deal with the stress. Safe space. Got a little area back here to access. Oops. What the hell? I moved this forward, so that's probably what that is. See, I'm still fixing stuff. Anyways, little area back here to fix things and work on stuff. Same thing over there as well. I think that side's okay. Okay. Let's come through here. Yeah, I wasn't really sure. Im said we needed a particle acceleration lab on this deck, and we already have the one on deck 8. But I figured, what the hell, try a different approach for particle acceleration using the new blocks and stuff. I think that looks pretty badass. I mean, I think. I could be wrong. But I made variations of it. Smaller one here. And the reason I left the roof off is so M can see what we did, plus I can come back through and copy these out and set them over there for use with other labs. This one is kind of a neat looking one, I think. It just sort of kind of goes around in a circle. Bing, 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 bing. And monitors and all this other stuff. This is what I mean by beakers, things like that. So, beaker shelving. As you can see, I didn't put anything on these shelves. I just left them open for whatever M wants to put on them. And then these ones here, really don't know what to call these ones, but you know. But I figure they're kind of cool. I have a series of them with different colors. So, plus, I guess these would be like rare atmosphere analyzers, you know. And then you have environmental suits in case one of them ruptures. You just grab an environmental suit or something. Kind of stupid idea, but you know, it fills out the space well. Then up here we have these sort of things, and this could be like electro, I don't know, static Tesla crap. I have no idea. I'm just sort of making stuff up as I go. And we got an office, bathroom, computer lab, and conference room. And then we have 9 forward here, which isn't really been set up yet. Working through here, you can see that Shadow's grotto is mirrored correctly. It doesn't, like, I didn't mirror that to this side. So what happens when I mirror this deck is this: actually I lift it up, I mirror the deck, I drop this back down, but all the little bits and bobs through here are all filled in so that I can just drop it in without having to go back through and fix all the little nicks and gnats and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a big help. There's the Easter egg. This is, if you remember watching Generations, Picard walks in here and Data's having a nervous breakdown and they're looking for, you know, shit. And the Amagosa star, all that stuff. I'll set these up too and get these all set up before I leave today. And that'll be pretty much all I'll do. I'll just finish the walls up there, and then I'll finish up through here. And I'll call it a day because I'm pretty tired and it's getting late. This is the Botanical Gardens. I kind of have an idea, but it's just basically going to be, I'm really going to leave this for the most part alone until I have a pretty clear idea what I want to do here. That, or I can, you know, put it up for somebody on the server to try and do. Shadow and I try to lay it out a little bit. We know it's going to have an oriental feel to it. It's designed here by Shadow. And I did this myself. I kind of laid this area into it and laid a catwalk that goes across the top of it. So trying to give it more of an oriental garden, botanical garden feel to it. So yeah, hoping we can pull that off. For the time being, though, I'm just going to leave it and just work on it. It's not a real priority area because I can always pull it out and do it later if I want to. And then we got some more labs over here. Again, it's all gray floor because I really don't know how I'm going to lay the pattern out for them yet. Could be individual rooms, could be one big room. You know, like on the Voyager, you got like a room which is a half circle, and you got a bunch of workstations, and you got like a little separate room with a little machine in it that they do stuff with. I could do that very easily. And these are all astrophysics and astronomy labs. They're all as labeled. These are still labeled as science labs. I don't see any reason to change those. All these are here are science labs. SL stands for science lab. Well, in this case, backwards L2 stands for science lab. The big L's are labs. Actually, let's go down here and see what kind of labs these are. I think they're the same type that are, yeah, just big labs. Big, huge labs. This room on the other decks is actually broken into smaller rooms, so, but on here I just, because of the turbo lift, no way to get around it, I just made it one big room. And then of course, you know, those could be like, I don't know, hollow labs, who knows. Come through here. Not sure if I'll make this quarters or labs. I think most of this will actually be labs. This section's all the way to the turbo lift will all be labs. And then, or to the turbo lift, and then from the turbo lift on the other side, I think is emergency environmental. I need to slap a transporter in here too. I don't know where. I think if I'm going to do transporters, I think I'll probably do them right here 2 transporter rooms because they need to be on deck 9. And then all of this over here will be crew quarters. And over here, yeah, I might make those more science labs or engineering labs. I don't know yet. I don't think these will be crew quarters, to be honest with you, but they could be. They could be, because I have this area here, which will be a conference room, and then I have a crew quarter here, 2 crew quarters here, and then I have a big engineering space right there. Yeah, I might make that section there crew quarters. I don't know yet. Or it could be storage for, or actually now, it should be related to the deuterium tank, I'm thinking. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. If I did anything, I'd put like another electrolytic separator right here so that I can actually create deuterium. I don't know. I have to think about it. Really have to think about it. It's really hard to visualize things because we didn't anticipate putting this in, but there she is. She's a big deuterium tank is in the ship now. And you can see M's been working on the impulse bay here quite a bit. Got little fusion reactors with lava to make that sound. This to me is just a big cobblestone generator system. You know, you got your water, your lava, you know, ice. You hear that? I came through here and added, and you'll see it in deck 8 on the ship, but basically there's a big area up here for maintenance, and then I just sort of made this right through here as the as an elevator for lifting and dropping cargo. Now here, because these big ball things have to come through here like so, into here, this is actually on, this whole system is a lift. It lifts up and it'll come down all the way down to the deck below it here. So when it comes down, it'll come all the way down to deck 10, and it can go all the way up to the roof of deck 8. Right now it's at the roof of deck 9. You know, and then there's a catwalk or a floor above us that allows access from this side of deck 8 to this lift, which allows us to access all the way through here. Anyways, I thought that was kind of a cool idea. Again, this could actually be removed, but I like it because it doesn't use it, because it uses the space up, and we don't have a lot of empty space floating around in here in the impulse bay. But these are big work areas for working on stuff, so that's why there's so much room around here. And then, of course, we have the power shunt system that goes into deck 9 of the secondary hull, which is going to be reworked. This was all basic, you know, proof of concept stuff. It'll all be reworked. But yeah, looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of this room here. This will probably just be related to these, or used for storage, most likely storage. And back here would probably be more storage. There'd be a head. I'm not sure exactly what this will be, to be honest with you. I could also make this like a first aid station. Actually, I think, no, yeah, that could be a first aid station. In the room behind it could be storage. This here could be, I don't know, because it actually works into here where all the machinery connects to this interlock here. It comes up and locks in. This is actually, there's nothing below this. So this actually stops right here. So it comes up, and then this system here would push into it and lock it into place. Then when the ship separates, this system retracts, and then this system pulls down and closes off the hull. So yeah, it's going to be one of those weird things. Because I guess it has to match the hull. I don't know. Here's the hull right here, by the way. This is the, if you were to drop this down, this would be the pattern for the hull. Anyways, I do appreciate you taking time to watch. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server. And I hope you hit that like button for me. If not, oh well, big deal. It does help, believe it or not. I don't know why, I'm just told it does. But if you'd like to donate to the server and help keep things up and going, you can hit the link below in the description. That helps greatly, believe it or not. When it comes to keeping the server up and running, M. Heller is completely out of pocket. So any donations help her keep the machine, her, you know, the Minecraft monster server up and running. And yeah, pays for the IP and everything else. Anyways, I do appreciate watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.